going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Loud Bostonian. Today we're going to be doing an episode of the news this week. I know it's been a long time since I've done a video in this fashion. I have had my excuses, believe me. Me and my wife went away for our 5-year wedding anniversary. We went to Niagara Falls in Canada, and I got food poisoning almost immediately and basically spent the entire weekend just hugging the toilet. So I'm sorry I didn't get content out sooner. There's been a ton of news that has dropped, and this is going to be my video capturing most of it. So the three topics I want to talk about this week are going to be the Joaquin Phoenix Joker photos and videos that have been released, the Captain Marvel trailer, which, oh my god, can't believe that thing dropped and broke the internet, and then even more so recently, today, the Bumblebee trailer. The second trailer for the Bumblebee movie dropped, and that thing is fucking mind-blowing. So right at the bat, let's get the least important news out of the way, in my opinion, and that's the Joaquin Phoenix Joker news. So Joaquin Phoenix Joker photos were released earlier in the week, and right at the bat, they were pretty cool. I liked the look of his character outside of being the Joker. Kind of looked like a downtrodden kind of man, and it was very, very grim. I liked it. It was a cool look. Then they released even further photos of him actually in Joker makeup. Now, it's pretty weird because it's just clown makeup, right? It very typical clown makeup. A little more, scary looking. Not necessarily Heath Ledger Joker scary or Jack Nicholson classic looking Joker kind of scary, but it was a little frightening. I mean, you wouldn't want him working at your kid's party, but anyway, so they released it, and I was kind of on the fence about it, at first when I saw it at least, but then they released a video today where they said that it was a leaked video, but that's some high quality photos to be some kind of a leak. I truly believe this is a studio leak, if you will, and after seeing that, I actually was really on board. He looked pretty scary. He's got the green hair, he's got the purple suit, and I think Joaquin Phoenix is going to make a damn good Joker. Now, I have no clue what the story is going to actually be about. I imagine it's going to be tied into the old tale from the comics, the Killing... Is it the Killing Joke? No, it's the Killing Joke. The story they went into where the Joker had his backstory and he was a failed comedian, and then in order to make money for his wife, he ended up getting tied in with the mob and that sort of thing. That looks like the looks of the story they're going with. So if that's the story they go with, that's going to be great. I don't think they're going to have much Batman tie-in. This is supposed to be a standalone movie. It doesn't have anything to do with the DC Extended Universe or the Worlds of DC, whatever they're calling themselves these days. It's really just supposed to be a one-shot tale of the Joker origin, which is supposed to be pretty cool. But I imagine that if it gets rave reviews and people love it, I can't see how they wouldn't write this in. And how can you have a Joker movie without a little Batman in it? I mean, shit, the end of Batman Begins, they tie in the Joker card so that you can expect the Joker in the sequel. It'd be cool if at the end of this one they do something similar where they tie in the Bat Signal and that now the Joker's at a level that he's going to be getting the wrath of this vigilante that's rumored to be going around Gotham. That'd be something cool to see. I'm hoping that's something that they tie into it. Anyways, let's move on to the Captain Marvel trailer. The Captain Marvel trailer, I couldn't believe when this thing dropped how good it was. Right off the bat, they set the heat with the tone where you see Carol Danvers' character Captain Marvel, falling into a Blockbuster Video and just destroying the room. Much like the fall of Blockbuster Video a decade or so later, it was really cool to see the throwback to it, though. So it really sets the tone for the 90s. You get Samuel L. Jackson clearly being Nick Fury from the 90s. He's got all his hair. He's got both his eyes. You see a younger-looking Phil Coulson in the shots. It's going to be very cool. So right off the bat, the 90s vibe is going to be pretty sweet to work in there. But it's you might see some similarities between her origin and Star-Lord's, where they both get picked up by aliens. They both get, taken off Earth. But this movie seems to be going in a different direction with it, where it seems like almost she has no memory of being on Earth. So her coming back to Earth is bringing up all these memories of her being an Earthling that maybe she didn't know she was. Maybe the Kree or whoever took her, I believe it's the Kree, screwed with her mind so much that she has no recollection of being anything but a servant to the Kree. And her coming back to Earth is what's going to be the turning point to her becoming the hero that everyone knows she's going to be. Now, the shots have lots of different things in it, and one of the best things is the Skrulls. You see the Skrulls land. The Skrulls are an alien race that can take the form of anything. You're humans, they can basically shapeshift into anything you could ever see, any sentient being. So there's a shot in the trailer where Carol Danvers' character knocks this old woman out, and it's all over the internet, memes of her just beating the old lady, and that's pretty funny, but I would imagine that's a Kree character. I can't imagine that she's just striking old people down on the bus, but who knows? She could be insane. And then the final shot in the trailer is what everybody's calling the Super Saiyan moment, where you see her go full full Captain Marvel and harness all her powers to light her whole body up. Her eyes turn white, her hair standing up. Very Super Saiyan Goku. So I'm gonna assume that that's probably one of the final moments of the film where she goes all super like that and just kind of kicks ass. But it's gonna be great to see her tie in to the Marvel Universe in the way that she's supposed to. Her character is going to be huge in the next the sequel to Infinity War, Avengers 4. So I'm really looking forward to it. And honestly, it would have been the most exciting thing of all time if it weren't for this next trailer that dropped. The Bumblebee trailer. I liked the first Bumblebee trailer. It really set the tone for a movie that I was very excited for. And I had the hopes that it was going to reboot this whole Transformers franchise. You guys know I am a huge Transformers fan. I've been a huge Transformers fan since I was a child. It is the probably thing closest to my heart in all of the nerdy shit that I'm into. Transformers always has been so close to my heart. So when the Bayformers movies came out and just kind of took bits of my childhood and put it on display, I was able to I could make a lot of excuses for it because it was the only iteration I was going to get. That last trailer that they dropped set a tone and set a smaller story scale that I was very excited for, and it had the heart that I was always looking for in these stories. Now, this new trailer that dropped has the same exact feels to it, except they went one step further, and they showed you some crazy-ass action, and they showed you unbelievable, iconic character designs. These characters that they've shown, you get, right off the bat in the trailer, you obviously get Bumblebee, who already looks great in his G1 form. We've seen the G1 Starscream, who may not be Starscream now. They're saying it might be Blitzwing, but I mean that's Starscream's exact design. So if they're trying to tell us it's not Starscream, give me a break. Why would you design him to look exactly like G1 Starscream? And then they show you Shockwave, who looks just like his G1 character. Now, the character design in the Michael Bay Dark of the Moon wasn't too far off from the original Shockwave design, but this one looks just like him. Then it shows Soundwave in his classic mode, literally launching the disc of the tape of Ravage out to run a track down the Autobots. And then it goes even one step further and shows you G1 Optimus Prime. He looked fucking amazing. It was unbelievable. Now, a lot of people out there are asking, why are these G1 designs when clearly those are shots from Cybertron? Well, true. They definitely don't have. There's no reason for Optimus Prime to have what appears to be the front windows of a truck on his chest like that, with the classic G1 design. But I think they're just going for broke. They want to show these characters the way that they're meant to be. So maybe that's just how it's going to be. Maybe when they get to Earth, they're going to look like this, and then they'll just scan trucks that look like their chest. I mean, that's kind of a lame excuse. So that's what it is. It's super lame, but I'm not looking too much into it because right now I am so ecstatic to see these G1 characters. Now, we didn't get to see a shot of G1 Megatron. I'm sure he'll be in the movie. I can't imagine that these shots on Cybertron with this big war happening are not going to be. They're not going to have at least one shot of Megatron, and I'm willing to bet, based on what we've seen, he's going to be your standard Megatron, gray, arm cannon, kind of, I don't know what you'd call a Centurion kind of helmet going on like you normally would have. And if they give the classic Frank Welker voice to be him, then that'll be fantastic. But this movie's got me so excited. Until recently, I was convinced that the number one movie I need to see in December when it comes out, because all these movies are dropping at the same day. On the 21st, you have Bumblebee, Aquaman, and Alita Battle Angel. And I was convinced that Aquaman was going to be my top tier movie that I have to see. After this Bumblebee trailer, I think I'm going to go see Bumblebee before I go see Aquaman. And that's crazy because I would never put a Transformers movie after all the Bayformers movies above any movie. And now the DC movies haven't had a great run either, but I would still go and see those over a Transformers movie because you know exactly what you're going to get out of a Transformers movies. You could be disguised, or they could disguise a good movie in one of the DC movies. Wonder Woman did it. I thought Man of Steel did it. Batman vs. Superman, not so much. Justice League's a big pile of shit, but needless to say, the Aquaman movie was definitely my number one that I was going to see on that day. Now I'm thinking that the Bumblebee movie is going to be what it is, because this movie is going to be the reboot of the franchise. There's no way that this movie is going to drop, and even if it's slightly critically better than the other Transformers movies, which it will be, I know it will be, and even if it doesn't make as much money as the other movies, because, you know, the other ones made the most ridiculous money on the planet for what they were. But if it can make, say, box office prediction, let's say that Bumblebee makes $500 million global box office, right? That's a profit for the company right there. But critically, it lands somewhere in the 60 to 80 percentile in Rotten Tomatoes. I don't understand how there's no way that Hasbro's not going to go out and push for a whole new franchise to be birthed from this movie. So my fingers are crossed that this is going to be a reboot, because this is looking great. It's looking so good. It's definitely taking my spot over Aquaman. Aquaman still is pretty close number 2 though. So it's not shit on Aquaman day. Aquaman has only had one trailer too. So the next Aquaman trailer could come out and blow me out of the way, and then this will jump back up. Needless to say, one of these movies needs to jump off that date, because if you really want to make some money, you need to bump one of these guys up to November and just put it out ahead of Fantastic Beasts or anything like that, because there is no way that if these movies all come out on the same day that they're going to make enough money. Anyways, that's going to do it for me, guys. I hope you like the content here. Please like the video, subscribe to my channel. Let me know in the comments anything you want to talk about for future videos. Let me know what you think was the bigger news story this week. Was it the Joker news? Was it the Captain Marvel trailer? Or was it the Bumblebee trailer that just dropped? Let me know if you think that Aquaman has a shot at beating Bumblebee now that the second trailer's dropped. And let me know which movie out of those 3 that are dropping on that day, Alita Battle Angel, Aquaman, or Bumblebee, should move from that date. Because honestly, one of them's going to have to. At least one of them's going to have to. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you next week.